Let's speak with Jonathan Davis, who's an economist and wealth manager, and it's very much the economic argument, Mr. Davis, we want to explore here, because we've talked so much about the law, the politics, the immigration or migration. What do you perceive would be the economic impact? Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ferrari. Any change of this magnitude, of course, in the short term, is difficult to get over. It would be, in the short term, detrimental because, of course, people will be a bit confused, a bit wondering what's going to happen and so on. However, getting over the initial hiccups, there is no question in my mind, after the analysis that I've done, that getting out of the EU is absolutely the best thing economically for the United Kingdom.
But if Nick Clegg was sitting here, Mr. Davis, he'd be talking about jobs, jobs, jobs. You've just done away with thousands.
Yeah, I know they would, and it's total arrant nonsense. The idea that we wouldn't be able to sell Nissans and Fords and pharmaceuticals to the EU because we leave the EU, the idea that we wouldn't be able to do cross-country banking and insurance and legal services because we're no longer in the EU is absolute arrant nonsense. As I say, in the short term, there would be hiccups. But
if I'm Nissan, Mr. Davis, and I want to build a new plant, am I more likely not to build it in France when I'm in it, rather than build my next plant in Britain when I'm out and I've got to export into it?
It's fascinating you use the example of France, because when you consider the employee-employer relations in France, you've just had employees literally ripping the shirt off the executives of Air France because of job losses. You can just imagine international business executives desperate to move into France right now to create hundreds and hundreds of jobs. I say that, of course, ironically.
Maybe I should have chosen Germany, Mr. Davis.
You could choose Germany, and do you seriously think that all of the German component manufacturers, the German car manufacturers, do you seriously believe that they would not want to trade with the UK, given that the UK buys more cars from Germany than any other country? Of course, the German businesses don't care whether or not the UK is in the EU. The UK would not lose the business of the EU, and on top of that, we would be able to do direct trade deals with India, arguably the country of the 21st century.
Jonathan Davis, fascinating. Thank you for your perspective. You're an economist and wealth manager.